Is it true that the attacker from 6 years ago has been found? A Forbes author reveals possible new information about the $10 billion theft of the DAO. Hey guys, this is Jace. Welcome back to MEXC Fans channel. Do you remember the DAO hack 6 years ago where the hackers stole 3.6 million ethers? This was a huge mystery in the history of cryptocurrency. Who attacked the DAO and committed the largest ever ether theft? Recently, Laura Shin, Forbes author and host of Unchained, may have found the attacker responsible for the hack 6 years ago. In a Forbes post, Laura Shin said that she found evidence regarding the identity of the hacker responsible for the DAO incident on Ethereum in 2016. She suspected that he was Toby, an Australian programmer who is also the co-founder and CEO of 10x. Laura Shin said that she narrowed it down to 10x Singapore node address based on the data tracking of the suspect and on-chain analysis by the blockchain analysis company Chainalysis. Now let's take a look at Laura Shin's clue and look back at the whole story of the DAO incident 6 years ago. At the end of April 2016, because it was challenging to raise funds in traditional industries, Slockit, a German startup carrying out the on-chain business of physical assets, launched the crowdfunding project, the DAO, which operates entirely on smart contracts. In less than 1 month, it attracted 11,000 investors, participated and eventually raised 11.5 million ethers, which accounted for 15% of the total circulation of the Ethereum network at that time, with a total value of more than $150 million. When the news of a successful project funding came out, dangerous seeds were quietly planted. A hacker discovered a bug in the DAO. There's 2 lines of code written in a reverse order. So the hacker quietly wrote an attack contract on June 15. After 2 days in ambush, he began his operation on June 17. Using the vulnerabilities in the contract, he successfully transferred more than 3.6 million ethers from the main contract to a child DAO. This is the recursive way of splitting the collected tokens, which was then transferred away in a single pass. Although few days before the hackers used the vulnerability to carry out the attack, members of the Ethereum team called out the possible security problems in such DAO projects and provided several possible solutions. However, the security team of the DAO did not take the suggestions seriously, which led to the $60 million worth of ether being transferred out by hackers at that time. According to the police investigation later, one of the early suspects of the DAO hack was a Swiss businessman and his associates, and the other was a Russian Ethereum Classic developer. According to Laura Shin, the blockchain analysis company Chainalysis used clues to analyze the suspects' transactions and eventually narrow it down to 4 exchanges, one of which confirmed that the funds were swapped for privacy coin Green and withdrawn to a Green node called green.toby.ai. The node's IP address also hosted the Bitcoin Lightning nodes, and the nodes remained the same for more than a year. It is not a VPN. It's hosted on Amazon Singapore, where Lightning Explorer 1ML displayed a node called 10x on that specific IP. In June 2017, 10x, the CEO and co-founder of an $80 million worth of ethers project, used the handle @toby.ai on AngelList, BetaList, GitHub, Keybase, LinkedIn, Medium, Pinterest, Reddit, Stack Overflow, and Twitter. His name is Toby. In addition, the email address used on the Shapeshift exchange account is @toby.ai. Toby was born in Germany and grew up in Austria. He is fluent in English. In May 2016, Toby took a keen interest in the DAO as it completed its historic fundraising campaign. In 2018, 10x co-founders Toby Hornish and Paul Kitty Wong Shin Thorn held a corporate strategy sessions in Thailand. On May 12, 2016, Toby emailed Forbes a tips, profitable crypto trade coming up, hoping to short Ether after the DAO crowdfunding period. From May 17 to 18, he had long conversations on the DAO Slack channel. According to the statistic, he published at least 52 comments on the existence of vulnerabilities in the DAO. The comments involve all aspects of the code and nitpicking over the structure of the code. By June 3rd, Toby had published several articles warning the DAO team, but it did not attract the attention of the DAO team. 2 weeks after the warnings failed, the DAO attack happened. Although Toby did not admit being the mastermind behind the incident, he did respond in an email after receiving evidence pointing to him as the hacker. He wrote, "Your statements and conclusions are factually inaccurate." But in that email, Toby provided some details to refute the investigation results without mentioning any further details. Analysts believe that Toby attacked the DAO as a form of revenge because the DAO team did not take his warning seriously at that time. At the moment, we are not sure if Toby really was the hacker that attacked the DAO. However, it cannot be denied that the DAO event changed the history of blockchain. To recover the losses, Ethereum hard forked into the current Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. For Ethereum later on, the ICO craze was set off due to the DAO. Interestingly, Toby's 10x was funded through the DAO. Alright, that's all for today's video. So, do you think Toby is a hacker of the DAO or it must be someone else? Please comment below and I'll see you soon. Bye!